Hello Bon Bakers and welcome back to my channel. You're with Nicole, and if you're new here, I share lots of delicious homestyle recipes as well as baking tips and tricks. Today though, have I got a recipe for you. We are going to be making raspberry ricotta cake. Ricotta cakes are renowned for being beautifully moist and sweet, and when you pair it with the tartness of the raspberries, it's a match made in heaven. I can't wait to share this recipe with you, so let's get to it. This raspberry ricotta cake is a really beautiful morning or afternoon tea cake. It also makes a really nice dessert because it's nice and light. And the other thing about this cake is you can whip it up in no time at all. It's really easy. You don't even need beaters. So for the ingredients, come and check out what you are gonna need. For the ingredients, we have some frozen raspberries. We have some baking soda with a little bit of salt. I have some caster sugar, some vanilla, some eggs. This is the ricotta cheese here, some melted butter and all-purpose flour. As always, I will leave the ingredients and the quantities in the description box below for you, and for the full recipe to download and print for free, head to thebonbaker.com. A couple of other things that you'll need. So over here I have a couple of small to medium sized mixing bowls. I also have a whisk, a spatula, and I have lined a cake tin here with a bit of parchment paper on the base and some oil around the sides. I have a video up if you want to learn about how to do that, so make sure you check it out, and I'll leave it up here as well. One last thing, my oven is preheating at 170 degrees Celsius or around 340 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, I have separated my ingredients here by dry ingredients, wet ingredients. The raspberries will be used at the very end, so I'm just going to move them off to the side here. So grab yourself a bowl, add in your dry ingredients. So the flour, sugar, baking powder and salt. And whisk it up. That looks good. Now grab yourself your other bowl here, and we're going to combine all of our wet ingredients. So eggs, butter, vanilla, and this ricotta cheese. You know the deal, whisk it up. As you can see here, this is now nice and well combined, and it's actually forming a really lovely consistent texture as well. Now that we have our dry mix and our wet mix here, we're going to combine the two. So starting with your dry, add about half of the dry mixture to your wet mixture. It looks good, and we're just going to fold it in, and very lightly, not too much, just until it's combined, and then we can start adding the last of that dry mixture in. So really, it's super simple so far, and that looks lovely, so we can add the last of our dry ingredients. Our mixture looks really beautiful and lovely here. So it's time to add in our raspberries. And at this point, if you want to have a little sneak peek or a sneak taste of what this is going to be like, now's your time. It's good. And we want to save some for the top. So probably add about 3/4 of them now. And I'm just going to very lightly fold this in, and I don't want to do it too much because the mix will start to bleed, so just a little bit is good. We're going to add some to the top as well. That looks good. So now let's add this to our cake tin, into our pan. And you'll see here that the raspberries have started to bleed a little bit, and that's just them kind of emitting their beautiful natural color. But we want to try and keep the contrast of the raspberry and that vanilla color if we can. That looks good. So now I'm just going to evenly spread this amazing batter out so all of the sides of the pan have some of the cake. Looks great. And now I'm just going to sprinkle on the last of the raspberries. That color is absolutely amazing. Ah, look, I got blood on my hands. Jokes. This lovely cake is going into the oven now for about 50 to 60 minutes, or until you insert a skewer in the middle and it comes out clean. If the cake as well is starting to brown too much on top, you can put some parchment paper, just lightly place it on the top of the cake tin, and that'll stop it from browning too much. Into the oven. All right, while our cake is baking away in the oven, it's the perfect time to share with you all a nice inspirational quote for the day. And this one, actually one of my subscribers wrote to me, and I thought, what a lovely quote. I really wanted to share with you all this one. So it is, kindness is free, sprinkle it everywhere. And that is a quote by Alina Munia. Not quite sure how to pronounce that last name, but what a lovely quote. Absolutely true. Kindness is free, and spread it. Spread kindness everywhere. Everyone needs a little bit of kindness. Everyone needs a little bit of cheering up at the moment. So let's just be nice to one another. And thanks, Grace, for sharing that one with me. It's back to baking. I'm just going to rotate my cake after 30 minutes, and I've also placed on here that piece of parchment paper just to go on the top, and that'll stop it from going brown on top. I can smell the cake. It is wafting out really amazing scents through the kitchen. So I'm gonna grab my cake and check that it's ready, and we'll test it with the skewer. Oh yeah, check it out. Smells absolutely incredible. So we're just gonna give it a little test here. We'll do the bounce test. Bounce test is a yes. And skewer test. Put that skewer in, make sure it comes out clean. We are good. Now we are going to let the cake cool down in the tin, and then when we're ready to serve it, we will give it a really nice dusting of icing sugar, and that'll just make it look really pretty with that white and that red coming through. You can also have this with custard or syrup, whatever you like, but it's absolutely beautiful as it is as well. Oh my God, that smell of the raspberries. And I absolutely love how rustic this looks as well, with those little bits of red and all of it seeping out the sides. It's gonna look so beautiful, particularly when we put that icing sugar on top. I'm gonna have a slice. So my cake is still a little bit warm. I think it's okay. I'm getting impatient because it just smells so amazing. So I'm gonna take it out of the tin here. Just unclasp that handle. Oh yes, amazing. I'm just going to take that base of the cake tin off from underneath, slide it off and slide this one out, slide him back on. It's a slideshow up in here. And time to cut myself a piece. It's so light and spongy. Oh, amazing. How beautiful does it look? Check out this side. The little bits of raspberry in it. So beautiful. So I just want to take a second to appreciate how beautiful this looks. Oh, That cake is cooked absolutely perfectly. It's light and fluffy, still gonna be moist, and then we're gonna get these little pops of jam almost coming through from these beautiful raspberries. The smell is incredible as well. So I'm just gonna pop it on my plate here. Give it a little dusting of icing sugar. It's time to eat. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Perfection. Whoa. Oh, I've really surprised myself here. This cake is absolutely beautiful. It's a really lovely cake. Like, it's got the raspberries, it's nice, subtle. You can have this at any time of the day or for dessert as well. We have a true winner. Check out how light and fluffy that is. Amazing. This cake is beautiful on its own, but have it with some icing sugar, and if you're gonna get a bit fancy, have it with some fresh cream, whip it up, or some ice cream and some syrup, drizzle it on top. This cake is not overly sweet, so as I said, perfect to have for morning tea or afternoon tea as well. Thank you so much for joining me in the kitchen today. I really do hope that you love this recipe. Please make sure you give it a go. It's absolutely delightful and you will not regret making it. If you do like this video, make sure you give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, Le Bon Baker, because I have a new video coming out every single week. So hit that bell. Thanks again, and I'll see you again next week. Bye. It's also a really lovely dessert. It's nice and light, and do I have to go again? Ah, fine.
Good?
We're not filming, right?
No.
Okay. Ooh, yeah. Oh, it smells amazing. I can't